the Senate Judiciary Committee. I know that people have been waiting with a great deal of anticipation. If you could keep that door closed, that would be helpful. Thank you. What I'm going to ask is something that I've asked at the beginning of every one of these hearings that have been, quite frankly, standing room only, and one of an issue that is of great concern to the majority of Rhode Islanders, that everybody remain calm and respectful. This is a committee room where we conduct business, and we're here to conduct business. I would ask that everybody refrain from reacting, from making comments, from making faces, from making gestures. This is a committee room where we need to conduct the business of the state, and that's exactly what we're going to do. This is an issue, as everyone knows, and anyone who's opened a newspaper or turned on their television, their phone, their browser on their phone, or their computer, that we have been working on for months. This is an issue that this committee, myself, Senator Archibald, Senator Oyer, other members of the committee have worked on tirelessly to try and get us to a point where we could allow the committee process to operate as it should and as it normally does. In doing that, we came up with language that satisfied the majority of the standing members of this committee. There are ex officio members of the committee that are appearing here today. That is something that is not the normal and usual course for votes. While that has happened in the past with respect to advice and consent and other tasks that are usually somewhat celebratory, in this instance, it is not something that is the norm. I think that it does a disservice to this committee and to the members of this committee and to the people who sat here for 12 hours and listened to testimony, who have received all of the written testimony and have absorbed that, who have discussed with one another where we can go with this bill, to come in an attempt to then change that vote after changes to the bill have been made to satisfy the standing committee. For that reason, under my authority as the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, I am acting pursuant to Rule 6.14, and I am transferring this bill to the Committee on Health and Human Services. The next bill we will take up, that's the ruling of the chair. It's pursuant to a rule. There's no motion and no objection is appropriate at this point. The next bill we'll take up is Senator Seveni's bill, Senate Bill 238. Senate, just to be clear, the transfer is to House Bill 5125, Substitute B, which is Representative Williams' bill. And again, pursuant to my authority under Rule 6.14, as the chair of this standing committee, I am transferring the bill to the Committee on Health and Human Services. Objection. There is no appropriate objection, Senator, as it is pursuant to the rule, and I have the absolute authority to do it. The next bill we will take up is Senate Bill 238. We've moved on to the next bill.
But this is not Health and Human Services
In the Rule 6
issue. This is a legal murder issue.
Senator, this is my committee and I am the chair. I have made a ruling pursuant to the chair that I am transferring the bill. If there is any objection, it is properly taken up on the floor. Feel free to do so. The next bill we're taking up is Senate Bill 238 by Senator Seveni. Senate Bill 238 by Senator Seveni has a sub-A before us. Senator Archibald moves that we indefinitely postpone Senate Bill 238 for the committee. Senate Bill 238 Substitute A, seconded by Senator Lombardi. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The sub-A is properly before us. This is a bill that we heard a few weeks ago relative to imposing a $300 fine for substance abuse education to be assessed for any conviction for driving under the influence. After hearing the bill, there was some concern and some discussion about the amount.